the most exciting stuff that a lot of people I think want to hear, and I also want to know a lot about that as well, and that is, please introduce us to the Salesforce Certified Technical Architect exam in detail. Yeah,
Definitely. So first, I will tell you how it came in my mind that I should go for that
please, we
exam.
would love to hear that.
In 2014, there was only seven Salesforce certifications,
Mm.
and I had a sixth certificate that time. Then I was asking myself, why I don't have, what is that one certificate that I don't have? And that was a CTA.
Acha, okay.
Okay. So first of all, that is the time I came to know, okay, there is something like a CTA, not a lot of people have it. And I started my journey in 2014.
Okay.
So almost 7 years from now. I studied few months, okay, and but then again, family comes first, right? I got a kid, so I got a kid 2014 and 2016, 18. Those were my time as a parenting. Of course, it has to stop. Family comes first. And when my girl, she became 2 year old, I started my journey back. Tried to start my journey back in 2018, and again, project work and everything couldn't do it. Then I started again in 2019. Now, the question you should ask, why I'm sharing all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
16, 14, whatsoever. The question to ask is, see that the problem everybody is having. Okay, I had my personal problem that put my CTA 6 months far when I planned in 2014, but my actual study started in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
almost 6 years after that, right? But it was always in my mind. So first thing, right? I would strongly suggest that people think CTA is impossible to crack. I will tell you, yes, it's not an impossible, it's definitely tough. But the reason it is tough to crack is not because of technical, it's a big. The problem is the consistency. And if something is that hard to achieve, right, and once you achieve, it's worth it. See, thing you will enjoy only when it is hard to achieve, right? If I get a certificate morning and evening, day and night, there is no value
There's
of
no
that
value. Yeah,
certificate.
yeah,
So personally, that's I feel, right, there is something. And also to prove yourself in your own image or own nature, can do you have in it, can you do it, right? And to all everyone out there, candidate, if you're thinking that you want to be a CTA, and the only single thing that I have to say you how you become CTA is consistency and perseverance. Consistency in your study, consistency in your goal. That's the secret single
secret sauce
formula
of
of
it.
the
Yeah.
exam. That's it. And if you're a cricket fan, then I will compare Sachin versus Sehwag in single statement. Why Sachin and why Sehwag? Awesome player.
Sprinter.
Okay, exactly. He will sometime play, sometime not play.
Uh,
But see the Sachin, consistency throughout the career. So that is what you have to be if you want to become a CTA. Now coming back to the exam itself. Definitely there is a designer certifications. So you have to get all the six designer certification like data volume, deployment, etc. Once you do that, you assume that you're already 20% there. Now, most important thing, when you're preparing for the designer certifications, anything, okay, go in extreme detail. If you are quick, if you are kind of careless, that, oh, I just want to get a certificate, trust me, you have to come back to those documentation again. The reason Salesforce has that curriculum is that's a very intentional, because those are the small steps to go to the mountain, right? You cannot skip the first or second step. If you are thinking, oh, I get the identity certification, sharing certificate very quickly in the next 3 months, 4 months, and then I will, that is, I'm not sure how that's going to work, because now you already lost the chance to study for CT, because those are the CTA syllabus, right? So go through those, and if you already have done designer certification, then again, anyways, you have to go back and you have to study. So if someone should have a plan, I will say, build. If you're just starting now, you should build a plan that, okay, every quarter you will get one certification, right? That's around 1.5 year. And then after that, go to the 601 training. That's the workshop training process. They explains how the CTA exam works, everything. And then there is a CTA qualification exam these days, which is a 602. Even becomes, even getting a date for CTA, you first have to pass that qualification exam.
is it
So
compulsory?
that's a compulsory, that's a mini CTA.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. you get the similar small scenario, right? You actually get a CTA judge, and you talk through your solution and everything, and then you get a date. One thing in CTA, when I certified technical architect. Technical architect is a word, and people get confused. I have to be technical. That's the trick. In my opinion, CTA, what I have seen, again, everything that whatever I'm saying is solely my opinion, right? It's less technical, and it's again more communication. How you convey your story, how you convey your solution to someone else, how do you defend your solution? That's again comes the soft skill nature here, right? How you read the room, right? What the judges are trying to ask you. So you get like 3 hours for the preparation, you get 45 minutes for presenting your solution, and then you get 40 minutes to defend your solution.
Mm-hmm.
That last 40 minutes is the most important part of it, and that's where the problem is. Okay, that last 40 minutes you have to defend it, and don't get scared from the judges. What I have seen are they very helpful. If they're asking something, that does not mean your solution is wrong. They're asking, maybe they want to know a little bit more what you thought about it, why you are giving solution X versus solution Y. So it's a rewarding. I will say, I will encourage anybody, right? That okay, if you want to go on that journey, just make sure that it's not the journey that is going to finish in 3 months or 6 months. Okay, so you have to plan for it.
And it took you how much after you got your second baby to clear the CTA exam?
So first, I went in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I failed almost all section. One or two section I passed. I don't even remember what those. So because I was thinking myself, I know Salesforce pretty well. 2018, I'm talking about. What can they ask? Okay, uh, but again, I didn't know because they're not really looking for the technical solution. To be honest, they're not looking for the technical. That is the thing, right? That is the reason you need a mentor on CTA. And you should definitely get a mentor for CTA. Don't know, and get someone who is already CTA. So because they will tell you, and there are so many misunderstandings there. Oh, I will go and I will talk about trigger framework, or I will talk about design patterns. They are not looking for that. 2018 attempt went like that. Then I asked myself, okay, what am I missing? What is the problem? Then I got few mentors, and I joined Flow Republic. Sebastian is awesome. Huge shout out to Seb. He became my mentor, and then he explained. Then here is the thing. After 2018, so I joined Flow Republic 2019 December. So 2022,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, 2020, last year. I went my first uh, meeting with him, and he literally destroyed me in the Q&A round. Then I asked myself, that is the reason I failed in 2018, because the kind of the question he was asking, and the answer he was expecting from me was completely out of the line. I mean, I was full technical, and he's more like
Solution node. Oh.
architect, storytelling, articulation, right? So that's the key for all of you, right? I'm not asking you to join the Flow Republic.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is get a CTA mentor.
What role did Sebastian? I think Sebastian Wagner it is, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So
yes,
so.
sir. So he,
Mhm. So,
go ahead.
yeah, what role did your mentor play in clearing this exam for you, and how important this was?
So one thing, right? Again, Sebastian, if you are thinking that you will join the Flow Republic and he will teach you what is single sign-on or what is no, that's not gonna happen. That is the most important thing. I see people join and they get disappointed. Oh, I was expecting he is going to talk to me how the Heroku works, etc. etc. No, see, if you're joining that class, you're already application architect, you're already system architect. That means technical is not a problem. You already cracked those exams. What he will do is he will coach you in your thinking. Okay, how to think, how to solution. If judges is asking you a question, what they are expecting as an expecting back from your answer, right? So that is the crucial part he played. Okay, and that shifted my whole um, approach of preparing for CTA. And I think that is the most important success. If you are going into the battle, right, you need to study your enemy. or your environment. That's the CTA. If you're going into the CTA, you really need to know what is expected from that exam from you.
So
So that's where he played very important role.
so would you recommend everyone to have a mentor if you're preparing for the CTA exam?
100%. And when I say mentor, it does not has to be the paid mentor. It can be someone in your company, someone in your ecosystem, right? Again, if you're expecting me on, hey Jitendra, please become mentor, again, it's very tough. Think about it. Where mentor means, if you're doing, of course they will guide you, and if you're going on the mock, each mock they are spending 2.5 hours, because as a judge I have to listen your 45-minute presentation. Before that I have to prepare also a little bit about the scenario that you're presenting, then I have to be in Q&A, then I have to give. So every session for the candidate is 2 hours. That's a huge time. So that is the reason I have launched Gang of Four, CTAG Gang of Four group,
Okay.
between all four. If you want to be have, we cannot be the mentor, but we can definitely give you the feedback on your style, on your mock. So just reach out to the Gang of Four. The website is
I
ctaguf.com,
will put that link in the
ctagangoffour.com.
description. What it is? CTA G4.
GOF. Yeah, GOF, Gang of
Okay,
Four.
GOF.
So yeah, so we four friends who we were completely different time zone. One was in Australia, one was in UK, me in US. Only single time that would work between all of is two times, a 7 a.m. my morning or 5 my evening. That would be sometimes 1 a.m. in the UK also,
Okay.
and then Australia early morning. But we all were dedicated. Like I said, we were all consistent, and that is the reason we all. I'm not saying that we are excellent in the technical, right, but we were very consistent in our effort.
Even if anyone who is planning to go for the CTA exam anytime soon or even later, all what you would say is be consistent into your studies, have someone working out with you for the same thing, have a friend or someone like that, have a mentor for sure, and just be consistent into your preparations and everything, and don't just do the certifications for the sake of doing it. Read those documentations and learn it, because at the end of it, all what you have been learning to clear all of these certifications is going to be very, very important in order to clear that review board exam. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely. And in any certificate fail, don't get demotivated. Okay. There is always lesson learned. If you pass everything in the first attempt, trust me, there is no fun.
There's no
Okay.
fun. There's no fun.
Even all the certificates that I have on the trailhead, you will see I have XYZ certificate. You might be thinking, oh, Jitendra has so many certificates. That trailhead does not show how many failed attempts I had on all those certificates. So fail always a success. Okay, you have to consider failure as a part of your success and journey.
It's the beginning of your success. That's how I take it.